What is new about mountains in Minecraft 1.18 Caves and Cliffs Part 2? One of the biggest changes in Minecraft 1.18 is to world generation and specifically to mountains. The video is going to explain the changes to world generation, the removed mountain biomes, renamed mountain biomes, and the new mountain biomes. This information is accurate as of the pre-release 5. There shouldn't be any more changes. If there are, I will do an updated video. Let's start with the changes to world generation. The biggest change in this update is to terrain. In Minecraft 1.17 and before, the terrain was generated based on the biome. This meant for a biome to have hills, it would have to be a hills biome. This included other types of biomes like hills, mountains, plateaus, and lakes. This change will simplify the biomes, as now a biome won't have to have a couple of variations based on the terrain. Instead, the biome will be picked based on the terrain. For some of the mountain biomes to generate, it will have to be a peak of the mountain or slopes of the mountain. The world height has also been increased by 64 blocks, and mountains in this update will be a lot taller. Also in Minecraft 1.18, the ore distribution, or where ores generate, is different. This specifically applies to coal, iron, and emeralds when it comes to mountains. Emeralds can only appear in mountain biomes. To simplify this, the way that these three ores generate is they are more likely to appear on the surface of mountains or in stone cliffs. If you want to know more about the ore distribution, I'll have a card on the top right. The removed mountain biomes. Part of this change is that several of the mountain biomes have been removed. The Gravelly Mountains Plus biome is one that was a rare biome that was the same as the Gravelly Mountains. It was meant as a separation between certain biomes. It was mostly gravel on the surface with grass and snow. The second is the mountain edge. This generated as a transition from mountains to other biomes. It had spruce and oak trees along with grass and stone on the surface. The mountain edge and the Gravelly Mountains Plus are the only mountain biomes that were removed. As you can see, they were more technical biomes that smooth transitions from one biome to another. The changes to world generation makes these biomes unnecessary considering the way biomes are now generated. Renamed mountain biomes. In the 1.18 update, several of the old mountain biomes have been renamed. The mountain biome has been renamed to the windswept hills biome, the wooded mountains to the windswept forest biome, and the gravelly mountains to the windswept gravelly hills. The windswept hills will have grass and stone on the surface and will have oak and spruce trees sporadically. The mobs that can spawn in this biome are the sheep, pigs, chicken, cows, and llamas. This is one of the two biomes that llamas can be found in, the other being the savannas. The windswept forest will be grass with forest of oak and spruce trees. It will have the same spawning chances as the windswept hills except for llamas. The windswept gravelly hills will be a mix of stone, grass, and mostly gravel on the surface. The mobs spawning are the same in this biome. Looking at these three biomes, they are all distinctly different biomes, in one being gravelly, another forested, and one bare with grass. Also, the windswept savanna biome, which was the shattered savanna biome, is not a mountain biome, although it has the windswept title in its name. Mountain biomes added in Minecraft 1.18. In this update, there are 6 biomes added, 3 are mountain peaks, and 3 are slopes. The mountain peaks are on the top of the mountain and will have peaks in its name. The other 3 will either be slopes or can appear as plateaus. All of these biomes can also have pillager outposts in them. The pillager outpost is a structure that will have a loot chest in it. It will be guarded by pillagers with crossbows. If you kill one of the pillagers with an ominous banner, this will give you the bad omen effect that will trigger a raid if you enter the village. You can remove any status effect by drinking a bucket of milk. The first mountain biome is the Grove. The Grove is a forest biome that will have spruce trees. The surface is covered with snow, snow blocks, dirt, and with powdered snow. Powdered snow is a trap block. If you enter the powdered snow block, it will give you the freezing effect, which will reduce your health. You will also fall through the powdered snow block if you are not wearing leather boots. Otherwise, with leather boots, you can walk on the powdered snow. The only way to pick up the powdered snow is with an empty bucket, and to place it, you will have to click the bucket of powdered snow. It is hard to tell apart the snow from the powdered snow, but usually the powdered snow is under the snow block. The grove will generate next to forested biomes like dark forest or taigas. If the grove generates at a lower height, it can generate next to snowy taiga. The mobs that generate in the grove are the rabbits, wolves, foxes, sheep, pigs, chicken, and cows. The second biome is the snowy slopes. The snowy slopes will have more steep terrain leading up to the peak. The surface is covered in snow, multiple layers of snow blocks, powdered snow, and some exposed stone cliffs. The biome will generate near plains biomes. In lower heights, it can generate next to snowy plains. Also, igloos can appear in this biome. The igloo will be a round structure composed of snow blocks. Inside there will be a bed, furnace, and crafting table. 50% of the time, an igloo will have a basement that can be found under the carpet where there will be a ladder leading down. The basement will have a brewing stand, loot chest, and a zombie villager that is trapped. The brewing stand will have a splash potion of weakness, and the chest will have a golden apple, allowing you to cure the zombie villager. The mobs that appear in the snowy slopes are goats and rabbits. The goats can be milked to get a bucket of milk. They don't have any drops. If you stand too still next to a goat, they will charge you and knock you back 8 blocks. The goat will follow you if you are holding wheat, and wheat can be used to enter them into love mode. The third biome is the meadow. This is a flat field of grass blocks that will have some flowers and double tall grass. The meadow will appear on the lower slopes or on a plateau. The meadow looks similar to the plains biome. The meadow biome will generate dandelions, poppies, allium, exor bluet, oxeye daisy, and cornflowers. In the meadow, it can generate with one oak or birch tree. If it does, there will be a bee's nest on it. The meadow will generate in a lush or temperate biome cluster in Java and cold biome cluster in Bedrock. Meadow biomes are also the only mountain biome that will have villages in them. The fourth biome is the Stony Peaks. It is one of the 3 mountain peak biomes. The surface is covered in stone, granite, gravel, andesite, calcite, and blobs of ore. The Stony Peaks will have strips of calcite on the surface. This is the only place to get calcite besides the amethyst geode. The Stony Peaks usually generate in warmer biomes, for example savanna and jungles. It shouldn't generate next to snowy slopes or groves unless it is bordering a cold biome. The Stony Peaks will not have any passive mobs that spawn in it. The Stony Peaks are a good spot to look for ores that generate in mountains, as it is mostly stone and easy to spot any ores on the surface. The fifth biome is the Jagged Peaks. It is more likely to generate in taller, more jagged terrain. It will be stone, snow blocks, and a layer of snow. The Jagged Peaks will generate in snowy, cold, and temperate biome clusters. This means it can be found in most biome clusters except for warmer biomes like Badlands, Savanna, and Desert. The only passive mob that spawns in this biome is the goat. The last biome is the Frozen Peaks. The Frozen Peaks are similar to the Jagged Peaks, except they can have packed ice and occasionally blobs of ice. The terrain is also smoother and smaller than the Jagged Peaks. The surface will almost look completely snow-covered except for stone cliffs. It will generate in snowy, cold, and temperate biome clusters, almost every one except for warmer biomes. The only passive mob that spawns in the Frozen Peaks is the goat.